Now, let's hear from a man getting a lot of airtime and words at the moment. In fact, Carl Froch has just mentioned him. He's an old friend of the show. He's breathed much needed life into the sport during the last 6 or so months. This Saturday, he'll be ringside, as Carl mentioned, for Darren Barker's European title fight at Olympia. Next week, he will take the same seat for international prize fighter. And it's Eddie Hearn. Good evening, Eddie.
Steve, how you doing?
Yeah, Eddie, for a start, you don't have to tell me. Carl Froch has just told me that you've had a chat with him today.
Yeah, I was expecting to
son.
say that, but no, listen, I mean, I'll make no secret, we'd love to sign Carl Froch, and, you know, we get on very well, and I'd like to think that over the coming week or so, Carl will be a matchroom fighter. You know, he talked about the Joe Calzaghe fight. That's certainly a fight I'd like to make happen. I think Carl deserves it. I think he deserves a big showcase fight over here through what he's been through, and I don't think he's got the credit he deserves in the past. I don't think he has the profile he deserves. When you look at his performances and his fights in the past, the man is an absolute warrior. He's a credit to the sport, and it's about time, you know, he started getting rewarded for that. So, yeah, you know, we're moving forward, and hopefully another addition to the team.
Well, listen, we'll talk about one or two members of the team. Let's start with Darren Barker this Saturday. It's a fight, Eddie, and you know, I was over when I was with you in the office a few weeks ago, and I said to you, Ed, this is not a foregone conclusion. You know, this is not a walkover.
No, but it's a fight that we need to start making in boxing to make this sport popular again. You know, it's I'm sick and tired of watching fights where you know the result before you've even, you know, the bell's even rang.
Sure.
And this is a fight where you've only got to look at the odds. I think Sparta's 2-1 or something like that. Yeah, Darren's the favourite, of course. He's undefeated. You know, British Commonwealth Forum European champion. He's a great fighter. He's had a year out. A lot of people say that could hurt him. I don't believe it will. But Sparta's a tough guy. You know, 2 losses, both to Zibic. You know, and you know what you're going to get with Sparta. You're going to get a tough, come-forward, strong Italian who's not going to give up, and he wants to win badly, and he fancies the job because he's coming over to Darren's backyard, Olympia. You know, we're going to have about 3,000 people there. We sold a huge amount of tickets today, actually, which is quite strange. We've got a couple of hundred left. I think there's going to be a big walk-up from Chelsea. But, you know, time to start seeing some proper fights, you know, and this is a proper fight. I've said it before, a rainbow fight for Darren because there's a pot of gold on the other side for him.
Yeah.
You know, he's now ranked in the top 10 by 2 organisations, and that'll improve after this fight. So this is one he has to get through, and it's going to be a war.
Now, Eddie, what about the draw for prize fighter? Was it done today, or is it not gone out? I know it was done for the ringside show.
It's on ringside tonight.
Okay, it's not been done.
I've seen the draw. It's fantastic. I'm so excited about this event. When you look at the lineup, I can't remember an event that's ever been put together like this before. So many top-ranked heavyweights, so many entertainers, knockout artists. It's going to be a great night of boxing at Alexandra Palace.
That's
you know,
May the 7th.
Michael Sprott flying the flag, the current prize fighter champion, trying to do the double and the international. And, you know, I just hope the fans come out for that because it's going to be a great night, a huge amount of entertainment. And again, 4 fights where you can't pick a winner. And that's how you're going to keep the public occupied and interested when there's proper fights where you just can't choose the winner. You know, and our role at Matchroom now is, you know, to put these fights on, keep the sport going, keep the fans interested, and make sure we deliver for our broadcaster every time.
Now, let me just go through the names. It's Sprott, Perez, Frezakendo, who was training with David Hay, who called you up and got him in. Kevin Johnson, who obviously fought for a world title. Juan Carlos Gomez, who fought for a world title. Is it Ty Fields, the enormous Ty Fields?
Who's 45 fights, 43 wins, 41 knockouts. First 16 fights, all first-round knockouts.
And he only loses by knockout, so you know you know that ain't going 3 rounds, don't you? Big Ty, he's enormous. He's a big.
Gregory Tony, the French champion.
He's a banger as well, Tony, isn't he?
Erich, the German, you know, fought Danny Williams. I mean, it's just, you know, the mix is perfect, and there's going to be some big knockouts on that night.
Now, Eddie, let me just do like a bit of selling here. This is at the Alexander Palace, international heavyweights. It lasts about 2.5 hours. It's next Saturday, May the 7th. Are there tickets available, and what time does it start?
There are. The doors will open. It starts at 9 o'clock, I believe. The doors will open at about 7 o'clock. Cool. Still tickets available. I think the VIP tickets are now sold out, but there's some ringside and none reserved left. So, you know, come on down to that. But also, don't forget Barker on Saturday night. We've still got tickets for that.
Still got tickets
for that. It's going to be a great fight. And, you know, we've got Kell Brook coming up at the end of June. We've got Gavin Rees at the beginning of June.
In fact, Ed, I'm going to talk to you about Kell Brook now because he's been up there. He's been up there with you. And I don't know, this is, someone managed to grab something of him later on. And take a listen to what Kell said a bit earlier today, Eddie, when he was asked who was top of his wish list to fight.
Amir Khan is definitely up there. If Amir Khan moves up to 147, that's my division. he said he's going to do that. Why not fight me? He's talking about fighting Mayweather and Pacquiao, but he needs to prove himself, and I'm the best in Britain at welterweight, so let's make it happen.
That was Kell earlier on. Now you've got him a decent fight. Was it June 27th or June 25th or
June
something?
25th, yeah.
So are you picking him? It won't be a world title then, will it, Ed?
No, listen, I mean, we've confirmed with Lovemore on Do. We're going to make a formal announcement on Tuesday,
cool.
But he's going to be fighting Lovemore on Do, which,
good, solid fighter.
60-odd fights, never been stopped. Fought Cotto, fought Malignari, fought Hatton, fought some real tough guys, never been stopped, and a proper test for Kell Brook at last. Everyone tells me how good Kell Brook is. I believe how good Kell Brook is. Let's show people how good Kell Brook is, because it's the only way we're going to find out is putting him in a big test, in a big fight in his home city of Sheffield. Amir Khan, listen, if Amir Khan steps up to welterweight, please, 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 please fight Kell Brook. Kell Brook, I mean, the man's power is immense. If he fights Amir Khan, there is only one winner, and people call me mad. I don't care. I believe in Kell Brook. I believe in his power. I do not believe Amir Khan will take that fight in a million years.
Well, in all fairness, Kell's former promoter did try very hard to get them into that fight, because when before the fight McCloskey was announced, there was all talk about him coming back here and fighting some kind of welterweight in a non-title fight, and Frank Warren did try very hard then. And I tell you what, it will take an awful lot to get Amir, I reckon.
But listen, what we do is we build Kell Brook's profile so hard that the fight becomes impossible for Amir Khan to turn down. And that is what we'll do for all our fighters. Push, push, push. We'll bang on every door. We'll break down every door till we get what we want. And that is a fight that Kell Brook desperately wants. He's sitting there at ringside on the McCluskey fight. He was begging me to get him in the ring with Amir Khan.
I bet he was, yeah. Hey, listen,
but like I say, we'll make it so hard for these people to turn the fight down, because what we're going to do for Kell Brook and our other fighters is build their profile beyond the skies.
So they've got to take it. Listen, Eddie, I'll see you Saturday at the Olympia. Tickets still available for Darren Barker's vacant European title fight against the Italian Dominic Spada. It is a very difficult task. 300,000 people will be there. You could be too. Eddie, thanks very much.
Top man,
and we'll see you Saturday evening. Eddie Hearn there. Obviously wasn't going to tell us about Carl Froch talking to him until 5 minutes before he went on air. Carl Froch told us about Carl Froch talking to him.